Hello, my name is Monica Valcavi and I will be presenting on TextaCy. In this presentation, I will be covering what TextaCy is, its uses, functionality, and providing a brief demonstration of the tool. Let's begin with what TextaCy is. TextaCy is a Python library used to perform various NLP tasks. This tool is based off the TextaCy library. Most tasks that TextaCy is built for are considered to be high-level tasks. It focuses on tasks that are aided by text that has been tokenized, tagged for part of speech, and parsed. The TextaCy documentation states, with the fundamentals, tokenization, part of speech, tagging, dependency parsing, etc., delegated to another library, TextaCy focuses primarily on the tasks that come before and follow after. Next, I will cover some use cases of TextaCy. TextaCy can be used for text pre-processing, keyword and context, topic modeling, quotation attribution, key term extraction, information extraction, emotional variance, analysis, and text and readability statistics. Some additional functionality to discuss is the ability to work with text, make a doc, analyze a doc, the ability to work with many texts at one time, make a corpus, analyze a corpus, and the ability to work with multiple languages. Before showing some functions of TextaCy, I will briefly cover the installation process. Here, I am using the pip function. However, this can also be done using conda. If you are using pip, as I did in this example, use the command pip install TextaCy. Before doing this, you should make sure that spaCy is also installed, as seen above. If you are using conda install -c conda forge TextaCy will provide a similar result. It should also be noted that this package is dependent on other packages, such as matplotlib, for certain functionality, so it is important to make sure that you also have these installed as well. I will now begin the demonstration. In this demo, I will review some functions that we previously mentioned, such as keyword extraction, pre-processing, making a doc, and analyzing a doc. I will begin by starting with the abilities while working with text. First, we will begin by creating the text to work with. Here, I am using There Will Come Soft Rains by Sarah Teasdale. The next few steps, TextaCy states, can be done before or instead of using spaCy. First, I will demonstrate keyword extraction in context. In this example, I chose the keyword no one. This function returns 3 instances and their context. Next, I will pre-process and normalize the text. Here, I remove the excess whitespace and punctuation. This line of code also outputs the first 100 characters. Pre-processing helps to make data less messy. It should be noted that TextaCy's pre-processing package contains functions to normalize, such as normalizing whitespace and quotation marks, remove objects such as punctuation and accent marks, and replace items such as URLs, emails, or numbers. In this slide, I will be discussing functions relating to making a doc. By using this function, you will be able to make a spaCy doc. At this point, you can specify any language that you may need to use. In this example, I used the text from earlier and created a doc with it. I set the language to English just to show how language can be selected. TextaCy does have the ability to auto-detect language. You can also store metadata about the doc. In this example, I've stored the title, the author, and the year the poem was published. You can then preview the doc or call certain pieces of the metadata as seen here. I would like to note that this part requires compatible versions of spaCy and TextaCy, so that may take some trial and error to ensure that it works. It can be noted that TextaCy can be used to replace some functions of Spacey, but the issues that may come with creating a document here and finding compatible versions, it may be easier just to use Spacey, so that does present a downside to using TextaCy instead of Spacey. As Spacey is needed to use TextaCy, it might just be an overhaul to use TextaCy instead of just sticking with Spacey the entire time. I did face some issues while demonstrating the making of a doc. Like I previously mentioned, the use of both TextaCy and Spacey may not have been necessary if I could have just used Spacey. However, since I was demonstrating TextaCy, I tried to make this work as per the documentation. It did take some research to figure out that not all versions of Spacey are compatible with TextaCy, and I'm not sure if I was running into this issue because I was using Google Colab or what exactly the cause was, but I did have to downgrade Spacey to a earlier version in order to work correctly with Spacey. The auto detection of the language that the documentation mentioned was not working even after following the documentation. However, it should be noted that other people also experienced this issue, and there is many places online documenting other users having this same issue. In this last example, we will be analyzing a doc. In this slide, I will be reviewing TextaCy's capabilities in analyzing a doc. I began using the extract functionality of TextaCy. Then I extracted n-grams, filtering both stops and punctuation. You are also able to extract by minimum frequency. You can also choose the weight of the n-grams. I then chose keywords to extract. Here you can choose other ranking systems such as SGRank, but the algorithm I chose to use was TextRank in order to demonstrate this feature. The last function I chose to demonstrate was the ability to get statistics about the text. Here I am demonstrating that TextaCy can return word count, syllable count, and character count. TextaCy also calculates the entropy of the doc, as well as the Flesch-Kincaid grade level and reading ease. As previously mentioned, TextaCy does have many other functions. I was going to demonstrate other functions, but as previously mentioned, ran into the issues regarding the functionality that interfaces with Spacey, and chose to just keep this presentation simple before running into any issues and limit the amount of issues you may run into when using this library. Here I am including some useful resources that I read while trying to troubleshoot the issues I came across while using this tool, and also how to correct any errors I may have found. It would be the TextaCy Quick Start Guide, as well as their entire PDF of documentation. I also referenced Spacey's information on TextaCy. To compare and contrast this with Spacey, I feel that it would just be a lot easier to just use Spacey and possibly other libraries instead of trying to downgrade from a version of Spacey in order to make an additional tool work that may be done in an easier way. The analyzation that can come from TextaCy can most likely just be done as simply using Spacey, especially since certain functions that Spacey has are called using TextaCy, specifically the bag of terms and bag of words functionality. I was going to demonstrate those, but the documentation seemed to be a little outdated. So again, I just wanted to keep this a simple presentation on what this tool is capable of doing. Thank you.